Okay, so this is how I keep my own bedroom nice and clean and organised. So this is my beautiful wardrobe. And I use this cool clothes folding board to make sure all of my jumpers and cardigans and pyjamas look all neat like a shop. And I make sure that I put one trainer in front. So rather than having one set of trainers at the front and one set of trainers at the back, I have one of each so I can see them all, because otherwise some of them get neglected and forgotten at the back and I feel bad for them. And then I have all my coats, and then over here I have these cool hangers where you can put 5 hangers on one. And I do this because when I'm working in an office, rather than having the decision fatigue of having to think every single day what am I going to wear, this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I have 2 more, so there's 3 weeks worth, and so I just rotate. And the reason I do 3 weeks rather than 4 is if you have like a monthly meeting on the first Monday of every month, if you had 4 you'd end up wearing the same top at every single meeting throughout the year. So if you do 3, then there's no risk that people think you only own one outfit. So this is like a little time saving trick. Okay, and then over here you'll see I haven't like rainbow coloured it, but it's organised in categories that make my life easier. So I've got blazers, dresses, jumper dresses, summer stuff, floaty dresses, bodycon, trousers, and yeah, so that's like a system that works for me. And I put all of my scarves on one hanger so I can grab and go. When I have greasy hair, I just throw a headscarf on and I hide it. You can see I put all of my necklaces up here so that they don't get tangled. Then for my gym stuff, rather than spend loads of time folding it all neatly like a shop, I just roll it because it's quicker and it's only gym clothes, like it doesn't really matter. So these are more gym clothes. But when it comes to my t-shirts, I fold them, put them into little subcategories. So I've got like skinny strap vests, chunky strap vests, slogan t-shirts, crop tops, and these little cubby holes mean that I don't have to rifle through the whole drawer, so it's less stress in the morning. Same with the trousers, have little dividers. But this top drawer I deliberately kept basically empty, and the reason I did that is when I pack my bag the night before work, I leave it in here rather than lying around the room, so I'm not falling over it in the night when I need to go for a wee in the dark. And if I'm planning a couple of outfits for the weekend, put them here. So again, they're just not piled up looking like laundry. And if I've got anything that I need to remember to take the next day, it all goes here. And then I can shut the door at night and go to sleep in my misty, dreamy forest land. So that's how I keep my bedroom nice and organised. Follow me and I'll show you my office. So you see I have a clear desk policy. So during the day I've got my notes, my doodles, my receipts everywhere, but I make sure at the end of every day I put all my receipts in this box, all my stationery in this one, put my device away hidden, that's all my paperwork and my envelopes. And then I make sure that all my work equipment is away in these tidy boxes so I can grab and go, chuck it in the car when I go out to do a declutter day. And I've got this cool desk so you can make it go woo, make it stand up, because if you sit down all day it can really hurt your back. So I love this office, I did this recently, it brings me so much joy. And this is where the Seeking Serenity business was born. So yeah, follow me, I'll show you how I keep my bathroom organised. So, the thing that you'll notice in here is that there is no shampoo, no shower gel, no bath toys for the kids. It's all super clean, and the reason that I like it like that is every week on a Sunday when I have my weekly reset, I can just bleach it without having to move everything, and like there's no spill marks everywhere. So I keep things out of sight in these organising boxes. And we also have some like extra storage in here with the cleaning stuff and the loo rolls. So it's all neat, and when you shut the door, you don't have to look at it. And then everyone has one shelf in our house, and that means that you can't just keep buying and buying and buying more skincare. You have to use what you've got before you buy more. So it's a good way of like stopping us over shopping. Okay, so follow me and I'll show you the downstairs of our house. So in the hallway, it's the first impression when we have guests come to visit. So I have this big shoe storage cupboard because I just really hate it when you go around someone's house and there's a million shoes everywhere and it don't smell great. So we put air fresheners in the shoe cupboard. We've also got this basket to put all of like the cycle helmets, the gloves, so that they're all neat and out of sight. Put all of our posts in this little magazine file. Have all our keys in these little pots so that they don't go missing. Chargers in this box. And this is, we call it our box of crap. So when I go around the house and I tidy things up, if someone's left a book or a bowl or, you know, or like this, I actually learned this from my nan. So I've left it by the door to remind me next time I go out, I need to make sure I give that back to her rather than it just getting lost in some cupboard somewhere for the next 5 years. So yeah, the box of crap trick I really recommend. Okay, moving on to the living room. So you can see my husband has a bit of an addiction to books. He could set up his own library. But you'll see they're not all rainbow colour coded, they're not even like in high order, but we have a system that works for us. So like this shelf is all of my books because I'm more of an audiobook person, so that one's my lot. Everything else is his, and they're kind of in genre, but he knows exactly where to find them. This is like favourite book shelf of Hall of Fame. And yeah, so it's a system that may not look Instagram perfect, but it works for us. We also have this box where we keep all of our gift wrap, so that's all nice and neat out of the way. We have our cosy corner with our log fire and blankets and onesies. Here we have all of our records. And then I'm really proud that in lockdown, I turned all of our holiday photos into photo albums. So rather than the photos just being disorganised on some phone that we've lost, we've made sure that those memories are kept safe up here. So yeah, last but not least in this room, we have this cupboard, which is kind of like our mini pantry. So we have like excess tea and sauces and yeah, snacks and stuff. And the reason we have that in our living room, if you follow me, you'll see our kitchen is tiny. Beautiful, but tiny. This is it. It's a pretty small room, but you'll see we make the best of the space. So if you look up here, we have like a box of all of our blender bits, a box of all of our baking stuff, a box of our medicines, and all of our bulky pots and pans. We use the section above the fridge to keep things that we use less often, like our disposables or posh coffee stuff, dinner party wear. The fridge, again, it's not like Instagram-y, but basically we have like my lunch, his lunch, condiments, drinks, and then stuff for dinner. So there is a system, and then it helps me make sure that when I'm doing the grocery shop, I can see what we've already got. And then over here, I've decanted all of our teas and coffees and written labels for each, so you can see when you're running low. Because if you keep them in the boxes, you might have 1 tea bag, or you might have 200 tea bags. So this way you can keep on top more. I've put another shelf, which I bought from Amazon, to give us double layers. Because before, everything was stacked up like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. When I tried to get a pot, I was really scared they were going to fall on my head. So this shelf makes life easier. Over here, you'll see these are from IKEA, they're actually fridge organisers, but we use them for our herbs and spices because then you can use the whole of the back of the shelf, so that saves a lot of space. And I love this is the Lazy Susan carousel, and this is our breakfast station, so it's got our supplements, our spreads, our cereals that we have most often, and Luke's favourite breakfast mugs. And then this is basically just a standard cupboard, but the reason why we've organised it like this is we have the common stuff towards the bottom and the posh, fancy, less used stuff at the top. So, and you'll see we've put our recycling guidelines here because sometimes you forget what can you, what can't you, so that's another example of home organisation. So yeah, if you go back a little bit, this is something we do to try and make sure that we all know where we're going to be. These are all the housemates, the days of the week, who's in, who's out. And we have a calendar of who's going to be away so that we don't worry that someone's disappeared for the last 4 days. So these simple systems can help relieve stress. Okay, let me show you the last bit. We turned the conservatory into a dining room, and we've made use of the space under the dining table with these labelled storage boxes, so like extension cable, lawnmower stuff, cushions for the garden. And the reason why we keep it here is because it's right next to where it's going to be used. So rather than having to trudge through the whole house every time you need something for the lawnmower, we keep things close to the place where we're going to need them. So that saves stress. We've also got all the laundry stuff together near the washing machine. So again, it's about storing things smartly. Okay, follow me to the best place in the house. So welcome to our sheds. So we built this in the help of our neighbour and my uncle. and we've organised it so all of my husband's fitness equipment's over here, and all of his sports stuff is in labelled boxes, camping, cycling, what's he got here? Lights, gloves, so everything's easy for him to find. And then this is my little haven. So you see I've put some of my favourite drawings up, and I've organised all my craft stuff, again with labels, so I can find it really easily. And this shed is just an extension of the house, and it gives us more space. So it'd be a real shame if we just dump loads of paint and tools in it. So we're trying to make the best of this extra room. So yeah, if you want your house to look this organised, then call Seeking Serenity and we'll be happy to help.